The Guard, Episode 10, The Final Watch. When the alarms finally died, the facility asked him one last question: who would stay when the world forgot? The black door did not open, it listened. Ethan stood before it as the facility convulsed around him, walls folding inward, lights stuttering like dying stars, echoes of himself tearing through corridors that no longer obeyed distance or time. Behind him, the pursuit roared. Ahead of him, silence waited. The sorrow entity remained at his side, its form flickering, less monstrous now, more deliberate. As if it, too, sensed an ending. "You don't have to choose yet," it said, voice low and steady, "for once. The choice is real." Ethan laughed, a cracked, breathless sound. "All my life, I've been choosing blind." The black door pulsed once, a deep vibration that rattled bone. The facility spoke, not with speakers, not with alarms, but with memory. Every screen ignited at once, footage flooded the walls, not edited, not redacted. Ethan saw the early days, when the organization approached him not as a guard, but as a solution. His grief had created anomalies they couldn't reproduce. His pain bent physics. His loss opened doors. They called it stability, they called it progress. He saw himself signing forms again, but this time, the audio was clear. "You will forget," a voice promised. "You will heal." And quieter, underneath, "but the echo will remain." The sorrow entity turned its head away as the footage continued. Ethan watched the first successful extraction, the moment his grief was separated, shaped, contained. The moment the facility gained a heartbeat, his heartbeat, the entity spoke, not accusing, not pleading. "I was never meant to walk, I was meant to power this place." The walls trembled violently. Cracks raced across steel like lightning. "Then why are you here?" Ethan asked. The entity looked at him. "Because you left something behind that couldn't be erased." The echoes arrived, not running now, walking, dozens of them. Adult shapes. Familiar postures. Each one a version of Ethan fractured by choice, regret, and time. They formed a circle around him and the door. One stepped forward, calm, almost kind. "You can still leave," it said. "Open the door. Let the collapse finish. The world survives. You disappear." Another voice countered, "Or stay. Hold it together. Forever." Ethan's knees nearly buckled. "Why me?" He whispered. The facility answered through every echo at once, "Because you are the only constant left." The sorrow entity stepped closer, lowering its voice. "If you open the door," it said, "you erase me. The facility collapses. The echoes die with it." Ethan swallowed. "And if I don't? Then you replace me." Silence spread, thick, reverent. The truth landed fully now. There was no escape ending. There never had been, only custodianship. Ethan placed his hand on the black door. It was warm, alive. The echoes leaned in, waiting. "What happens to me?" he asked. The entity hesitated. "You won't be human the way you were," it said honestly, "but you won't be alone." Ethan closed his eyes. He thought of all the guards who vanished, all the scientists who believed they were saving the world, all the corridors looping forever because no one stayed to end them. He exhaled. "I was hired to watch doors," he said softly. "Guess I finally understand why." He pulled his hand away from the black door, and turned around. The echoes recoiled, the facility screamed. Ethan stepped into the center of the circle and looked directly at the sorrow entity. "It's my turn," he said. The entity searched his face. "Dad." Ethan shook his head gently. "No," he replied, "just the guard." The walls split open, light, white, unbearable, flooded the chamber. The entity unraveled, not violently, but carefully, like a storm folding itself into calm. Pain surged through Ethan, not sharp, not sudden, but vast. Every memory returned at once. Every loss. Every moment he had buried. He screamed. The facility absorbed it. System stabilized. Alarms died mid-wail. The echoes dissolved, smiling as they faded. The sorrow entity's voice echoed one last time, soft, relieved. "Thank you for staying." Then silence. The collapse stopped, corridors straightened, walls stilled. Ethan stood alone, unchanged in shape, altered in essence. He felt the facility now. Every room. Every sealed memory. Every door, including door 7, it was no longer locked. It no longer needed to be. Screens across the complex lit up with a single message: Guardian Protocol accepted, status, permanent. Somewhere far above, emergency teams would arrive to find a dead facility. Cold. Empty. Harmless. They would never find Ethan, but they would feel something strange as they walked the halls, a sense of being watched, not hunted, protected. A new guard paused during a routine inspection. He frowned. "Did you hear that?" He asked his partner. "Hear what?" The first guard hesitated. Nothing. Just thought someone was there. High above them, beyond cameras and corridors, a presence observed quietly, steady, unmoving. Ethan watched the door. He always would, and when the lights dimmed, when the walls whispered, when grief threatened to become a weapon again, the facility held, because the guard stayed, the end. Or the beginning of the watch. If you enjoy this story, don't forget to like, comment and subscribe for more.